So in this segment, we're going to be talking about just one EU country signs deal to rescue post-Brexit music tours, despite Boris Johnson's vow to fix crisis. This is a crisis he and the Iceman caused. The EU wanted a deal on musicians and I think other kind of key service industries. That the music industry brings a lot of money into the UK, and no doubt it will bring a lot of money into other EU countries. British artists are quite popular, just as European artists are very popular. I don't listen to. Oh, actually, my favourite YouTuber, one of my favourite music guys is Mark de Groot, a Dutch man. He's very good at singing. I digress. Anyways, only Spain has signed the agreement, leading artists mired in mountains of red tape with pressure on new Brexit Minister Truss to change course. So this was a government decision initially, and it looks like it still is, where the EU had offered us some sort of agreement on musicians. We said no. And then musicians are like, what? And then the UK were like, oh, it was the EU who declined this. And everyone's like, nah, bro, it was you. You declined this. So only one of the 27 EU countries has agreed a deal to rescue post-Brexit music tours, despite Boris Johnson's vow to fix the crisis an industry group is protesting. The Prime Minister made the pledge under pressure 9 months ago, but only Spain has signed an agreement since, leaving artists drowning in expensive mountains of red tape, because they have to get, potentially they have to get visas for themselves, their entourage, if they have... I want to call it the undercard of singers, whoever comes on before them, and they have equipment issues as well, which are very expensive to lug around because there's paperwork you have to sign for those as well. The Prime Minister made the pledge 9 months ago. Now the Incorporated Society of Musicians is urging Liz, the new Brexit minister, to reject the hardline approach of her predecessor, the Iceman, Lord Frost, which failed to make progress, which it did. It was a stonewall. He said deal with it. That's what he told them, deal with it. All the problems first identified as facing the creative sector due to the the Johnson deal still remain, say a letter to the Foreign Secretary. In an article for The Independent, the opera singer Sarah Connolly describes the bleak situation facing tourists as a seeping, pallid, undercooked, slippery slop. You're way wicked with words, pal. So 2022 is a year that many creative industries will look ahead with trepidation, Dame Sarah writes, and you've got to think that as kind of COVID restrictions tone down, especially in the summer and potentially into next year, into the year hopefully, as more people get vaccinated and boosted, you would hope that, touring and doing concerts becomes more of a thing. A lot of bands had to cancel their tours and things, but hopefully that will come back. We're going to be talking about the Queen stuff in another video. The trade deal saw the UK, as The Independent revealed, reject an EU offer to retain visa and permit-free tours, breaking a promise made to organisations last year. So again, this was the UK who did this, not the EU. Don't blame the EU, unless people are like, well, why don't the EU just do it unilaterally then? That'd be the dumbest thing ever. In March, Johnson confronted with the severe problem obtaining paperwork to perform and to transport equipment, because the transport is very expensive across EU borders. Tory MPs, Mr. Johnson said, we must fix it. Well, what have you done then? It's been 9 months, pal. Too busy having a booze up in the house, in the garden. Number 10. Frost, the minister he put in charge, appeared to wash his hands of the crisis, refused to say it would be resolved before quitting the cabinet, which is pretty funny. Ministers were then attacked, including by Elton John, for wrongly claiming 21 of the EU countries are offering visa and work permit free access when severe restrictions exist in almost all of them. So they lied. They said it was 21, it's only one that's offering it. The sector is now facing mountains of red tape, which is both costly and time consuming, warns Deborah Annette, its chief executive. The proposed solutions are such as bilateral agreements with the EU states have not materialised, which standard Tory stuff: promise big, be overambitious and underdeliver. That's their motto. Apart from with Spain, and there are serious issues with cabotage, carnets and designated ports. All of these issues are adversely impacting the UK music industry and the broader creative industries, which is worth £116 billion per annum, the same as the finance or construction industry. The construction industry has been screwed by Brexit, and so have the finance industries. The issue here is that, this industry is worth a lot of money. Live concerts are huge. You've got things like Glastonbury and etc. in the UK. And you would have, I'm sure they would have equivalents in Europe. I don't know of many European concert names, but they would have big concerts. and they won't have many UK artists there anymore, which will cost which will make the UK artists lose a lot of money, and there'll be less EU artists coming here. Which if your favorite artist's not going on tour, are you really going to go to a concert? If your favorite artists aren't there. Industry insiders insist organisations, including the Association of British Orchestras, orchestras require a lot of equipment. You're talking violins, cellos, drums, lots of really, really cool equipment. They won't be able to get around. And their counterparts in Spain did the bulk of the negotiating, and it does not cover transportation, which, again, a huge problem. The Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, which has a lot of names, has been invited to respond to the criticism raised in the letter. No doubt they won't really reply, or they'll come out with some nonsense and probably blame the EU, because it's a joke, honestly. It's a joke. Nadine Dorries claimed credit for the Spain deal, allowing UK musicians to work 90 out of 180 days. I mean, Nadine Dorries did nothing here but tried to claim credit. That's big, that's white man energy. No, I'm messing. That's, big Tory energy there. Do nothing, take credit for things you haven't actually done. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.